Welcome, Wing. Thank you for joining us. Wing Lee, CEO of YTL. Great to have you here, and thank you for joining us on this Digital Leaders short video series. We're going to have a bit of a chat, ask you a few questions, and great to hear your insights on the industry and also your vision for where things are going with YTL. So maybe to lead off with, I mean, you're a 4G, or you entered the market as a 4G only operator and looking to go to 5G in the future. Across the region, there's a small club of 4G operators who are mostly positioned as disruptors or late entrants disrupting the market. Where do you see YTL's role as 4G disruptor, or the latest disruptor in the market?
Yeah, thanks for asking, Julian, and pleasure to be on this call. You know, I think the whole business case behind us entering into the scene to build a brand new nationwide all IP, all 4G network is exactly that. We want to disrupt, and we want to bring innovation that can help the masses. Before we started our journey, we only had the country in Malaysia, we only have 65% mobile internet connectivity back in 2008. And the quality of connectivity is also not so good. We believe that that's holding back the country's economic. So when we saw an opportunity to create a new network to serve the whole country, we decided to do something that is quite unusual back in 2010 to launch the nation's only first all IP, all 4G network, that so long people connect to our network, they are connected to the highest quality 4G service. And that really was a game changer. Because from that point on, we were able to catalyze the rest of the industry to also do their part to invest and bring 4G to the country. So while we didn't build everyone's network, our 4G network nationwide has catalyzed and motivated, and maybe nudged some of our local friends to do something similar. Till today, though, however, Julian, we are still the only one that is nationwide all IP, all 4G. So we still maintain that mantle. And I think we all agree that the future is 5G, and for us to build a strong 5G network, you must have a strong 4G foundation. So we believe that our network, at this point, still the only all IP, all 4G network, is the foundation for that future of 5G.
Oh, great. I suppose as a 4G only operator, you're now part of this elite club that's growing, getting even more and more attention from the industry and the media with other 4G entrants across the region. Is there any collaboration between the 4G only sort of club, and what do you learn from each other?
Yeah, we stay in touch, and we have a touch base call every so often. I think the power behind this notion of all 4G is the fact that our network is all IP. And because we are unencumbered by legacy business model and legacy thinking, we're able to do things that is quite different from the rest of the industry. I respectfully say that those other network that's been built, what we call legacy type network services, that has done well in a voice-centric world. But as we move towards a data-centric world, I think it requires a new mentality. After all, data business is entirely different from voice business. The way that we look at our company, and we talk to our colleagues, recently they joined our company and are excited to be part of this journey, is that they don't look at us as a telco. They look at us as a IP company that happens to have a telco license. But ultimately, we are about IP-based innovation, and that's what the internet is about. And that's what sets the paradigm difference. So we're not competing with other people based on traditional telephony. We are competing in the internet speed with internet-type innovation.
Oh, fantastic. And so I suppose Malaysia is one of the few markets left in the world with so many competing operators. On the dawn of 5G, I mean, how do you see yourself as positioned in the market and your role with the new technology and the rollout as an industry?
Yeah, in numerous markets that we've seen, in Japan, you have pioneers like SoftBank. They came in a bit late, but they were able to leapfrog and provide class-leading innovation to help Japan. In America, you have a young startup called T-Mobile. Now it's the second largest telco in America that had really taken the mantle to be a leading force to be tackled with in the 5G world with the spectrum capacity that they have. So certainly, late starter doesn't mean that you are in an awkward position. In fact, when we come late, and in our case, we came 9 years ago, we have the ability to build a brand new, fresh 4G or IP network. As I mentioned to you earlier, till today in 2020, we are still the only all 4G all IP network. So I think there is certainly a role, guys like us, they start, but start with the right technology, with the right paradigm, and we can make a huge difference.
Okay, fantastic. I suppose now with across the region, with the whole region's under the COVID-19 control measures, and Malaysia's often held up as a country that's done quite well at doing this. I suppose, where do you see the digital economy and role of technology companies like YTL in helping manage the response to the virus, but also helping the economy recover from maybe these virus lockdown measures?
Yeah, thanks for asking. And Malaysia has done very well as a country in managing the COVID situation. After all, this is a new normal for the world. And I would joke with my colleagues that COVID is the best digital driver for any company, right? You can also call COVID the chief digital officer, because all the companies that we talk to are looking at COVID as an opportunity and a forcing function, if you would, to do things differently. And here lies the exciting opportunity. As I mentioned earlier, Julian, we are an IP company that happens to have a nationwide network. So we look at COVID as an opportunity to use digital technologies to help companies operate more efficiently and use this opportunity to reset and leapfrog. So towards that end, we are working with ambulance companies to provide connected ambulance service using our telematics product. We are working with factories because they're trying to reduce headcount but still maintain efficiency. So we're applying IoT technology into factories, working with warehouses. So all these exciting opportunities that we built hinges upon one thing, is that we have a IP-based backbone that allows for all the sensors to bring data back to our data center. And we also have a private cloud. So what that means is that from sensor all the way to the back end is end-to-end protected. And that's very important because in the world of post-COVID, this new normal, many schools are reopening, many businesses are reopening this remote environment, and a lot of hacking, a lot of security problems are being discovered. So for factories, for warehouses to want to go digital, they also want to have the assurance that they can do so safely. So we have a private cloud. So our IoT cloud is a private cloud service that provides end-to-end connectivity all the way to the endpoint, totally secure. So we can provide an end-to-end function together with our system integration capability for local SMEs. They don't even have to hire an IT guy. We go in, understand the business process, digitize the business process, provide the connectivity, the endpoint, and the cloud service, and they get the benefits without having to invest in building a data center or buying server racks.
It's fantastic. I suppose we have a lot of international viewers who are going to watch this video. And I think just about every international visitor to Malaysia has probably hopped on that airport train and experienced the YTL service or the Yes Wi-Fi there. But I know education is also another key element or a key feature of YTL's business, and providing and supporting the nation on education. Maybe give you a bit more of an outline of what your role is in education, where you see the vision for YTL in supporting the nation with education going forward.
You know, we can't look at the future of a country without looking at the education system of the country. After all, the education system is what produces the next generation of workforce to help power the country's economy. So as a young, growing economy like Malaysia, we have an opportunity to use education system to produce high quality, world-class workforce that is internet savvy from day one. So they can compete not just locally, but compete globally. For that to happen, they have to be instilled the ability to have the mindset of lifelong learning and ability to use the internet as a tool to continue to enrich their knowledge base. So what we've done in Malaysia for a number of years now was that we have a private cloud, the same private cloud that I talked about earlier, that provides end-to-end security, whereby teaching and learning can be done in a safe environment with a cloud-based backend that hosts all the learning content so that teachers and students can share content and grow the knowledge base together in a national exercise. And last but not least, we also provide the connectivity services, nationwide 4G, that allow for remote learning to happen, remote teaching to happen seamlessly. So with this COVID-19, that really brought to bear the importance of the service that we provide, right? All of us, our peers in the industry, everyone's doing their best to provide connectivity through this COVID-19 period. And what we've done working with our foundation, which is an education-focused foundation, the YTL Foundation. We provide free SIM card with data, or 40 gigabyte of data, to all the students throughout the country. So when the schools are shut down, we give them the opportunity to go online and actually activate the SIM card and be able to use the SIM card for all the students, rich, middle class, and more importantly, the poor students, to have equal access to quality internet so they can sustain remote learning. So I think learning is certainly an important facility for the country to grow our economy. And we are invested all the way from providing the private cloud to providing connectivity to ensure that learning can be given to all kids, no one's left behind.
Fantastic. I mean, it's a fantastic national asset. I suppose it highlights how our country really relies on digital leaders such as yourself. I was just wondering, as a final question then, I mean, how do you see the importance of digital leaders from the industry and from the ecosystem like yourself coming together at events, things like Thrive and GSMA's Mobile World Congress? How important is it for you to be able to come together and discuss the sort of issues that are challenging the industry and the digital economies of each nation?
Yeah, first and foremost, I really miss the opportunity to go to Mobile World Congress. This is one event that I look forward to every year, where I get to meet my peers from around the world, share experiences, meet new potential new relationships, and grow those relationships. Having the opportunity to do so this coming November, I believe it's November, with you guys.
Yes. November, Thrive November, yes.
That's right. Can allow us to do something similar to what Mobile World Congress offer, but in a more regional basis. They allow for guys, birds of a feather, this region to get together, share ideas, share knowledge. This is exciting because honestly, all of us has been apart from each other for way too long. Having an opportunity to gather, whether virtually or physically, is much needed.
Thanks for those comments, and we look forward to you being part of that event, Thrive, in the 3rd to the 5th of November, based in Malaysia and online. So thanks again, Wing. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for those views, and look forward to catching up again soon.
Thank you, Julian. Thanks so much.